PIM Sparse mode. In this mode, PIM will only send traffic if it's required. So devices not wanting to send traffic will still use prune messages, but mostly if devices want traffic, they will have to send PIM join messages to upstream routers. This solution scales better than this mode, but requires more configuration. One of them is the use of the rendezvous point. For sparse mode, mainly you will be using shared trees, specifically from receivers to rendezvous points. But for rendezvous points to sources, source trees are used. The reverse path forwarding law states that if a router receives multicast, it will have to check the rendezvous point IP address within the RIV, the unicast RIV, in order to get the outgoing unicast interface in order to reach the rendezvous point. So packets must arrive at the same interface found in the unicast RIV in order to get forwarded. Otherwise, they will be dropped. So, for instance, this router is receiving multicast traffic at gigabit 00 and at gigabit 10. So, in order to abide by this law, this router will have to look up this IP address that corresponds to the rendezvous point within the RIV and obtain the unicast outgoing interface in order to reach that IP address. So the multicast that is arriving at gigabit 00 will be accepted, but the traffic arriving at other interfaces will be dropped. There is something that is called the SPT switchover, where the last hop routers directly connected to receivers may, at their discretion, join themselves to the source tree and prune themselves from the shared tree. This is the default behavior for Cisco and can be disabled on a per group basis.